Thank you.
MomoCon 2014 is coming up quickly, and we're very excited about what an amazing year this is going to be. And 2014 is our 10th ever MomoCon, and we now have all of the MomoCon 2012 space in the Marriott, in addition to all the space in the Hilton Atlanta from 2013 for this year's MomoCon. And we need it because we expect this year to be really big. But today we have a very special announcement about MomoCon 2015. For the first time ever in our 10-year history, we have our future dates locked in one location that we can continue to grow in. We are pleased to announce that MomoCon 2015 will be May 28th through 31st, 2015 at the Georgia World Congress Center and Omni Hotel. This does not change our venue for MomoCon 2014, which is still the Hilton and the Marriott, who have been great partners in our growth. But in order to continue to grow, we need to look at the new opportunities that are available. For those that do not know, the Georgia World Congress Center is the 4th largest convention center in the country, larger even than San Diego's convention center, about 1.3 million square feet. While MomoCon is not using all the space in the World Congress Center immediately, it does give us more space to hold larger and larger events each year, and we have some really amazing ones planned. Perhaps the most exciting thing after its size is that the Georgia World Congress Center is in the central proximity to everything in downtown. Located right next to Centennial Olympic Park, the Aquarium, the World of Coke, Phillips Arena, the Georgia Dome, and the CNN Center. Now, the CNN Center is going to be a really great place to grab a meal with more than 15 different restaurant and food options. And it's just a short indoor walk from Hall A of the Georgia World Congress Center through our host hotel, the Omni. This year will also be the first time you can reserve your MomoCon membership and the hotel room as the Sunday of MomoCon 2014. And for those that noticed the 2015 dates, may have noticed that MomoCon will be expanding into 4 days in 2015. With MomoCon officially starting in the afternoon on Thursday, May 28th, 2015, lasting until Sunday evening. For now, we look forward to an amazing MomoCon 2014, and we hope you will continue to join us for years to come.
Everybody give a big hand for Sarah, who has made our wonderful mascot costume this year.
Thank you.
We hope you all enjoyed the carnival theme. We had some posters and stuff out. We thought it was pretty cool. If you're here for opening ceremonies, we had a carnival and freak show opening ceremonies video. It was kind of fun.
Yeah. And, well, one of the announcements that we will have at the closing ceremonies here is our theme for 2015 will actually be superheroes.
So, spandex. I'm just putting that out there.
Yep, and the reason for that will actually become clear after we make the guest announcements again later on. We'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to see how you guys are doing. How are you guys doing? You have a great time? Great.
Well, we were happy to be in both hotels this year. This was all our 2012 space and all of our 2013 space together. I hope it was a little less crowded than last year, and I know it was still a little crowded, so I hope everybody can look forward to the Georgia World Congress Center.
Yeah. I know I already said it in the video, but just to bring it home, there's so much more space there that we're going to be able to fit no matter how big we basically grow.
It's the fourth biggest convention center in the U.S. I mean, we can live there as long as we're around. It's going to be great, and it's going to be very comfortable. It's set up great for large groups. There's tons of space. The gaming hall is going to double in size, and the digital gaming and analog tabletop gaming are both going to double in size. You're going to have tons more dealers, big company exhibitors, artists, all kinds of new stuff, and it's going to be really, really exciting.
Yeah, we're really excited because what it leads to is a lot more opportunities for you guys to experience new things that don't often visit Atlanta. So we're just really glad to be able to offer new opportunities for companies potentially to come out and exhibit.
Yeah, like we're really invested in getting like companies that don't usually come to the state. Like you mentioned, we had Sega out this year and for the first time, and Riot Games came back. I don't know if anybody visited the Hospitality Lounge over in the Marriott. It was pretty fun.
That was only the second time they've ever done that at an event. PAX East was the first, so feel pretty honored about that.
And they had tons and tons of cosplayers in and out of there. They ran out of Red Bull and waters at some point.
Yep.
So.
And they're very excited to come back potentially in the future. Let's hope it works out.
I guess we can thank a couple of our sponsors, just so you guys know. We were partially sponsored by Red Bull. That's why all of our staff had Red Bull.
Yep. It helped people get through the weekend.
It did. We're all a little less tired because of it.
Yep.
Epic Cosplay helped provide some prizes for our costume contest, and we're really grateful for that. Riot sponsored the Hospitality Lounge, and we had some great industry out. Viz, Funimation, Sentai Filmworks, the crew from Toonami. We really appreciate them coming out.
Yep.
Speaking of Toonami, you want to talk about next year?
Yeah, so some of you probably were at our costume contest last night and actually know some of the guest announcements that we have. So I guess if you want to go ahead and bring up the slide for the announcements.
Okay. It's up.
So the first announcement is related to Toonami because it's Steve Blum.
We were really happy to have Steve last year, and everybody really loved him, and everybody wanted to see him back. He was our #1 recommended guest, and he just was a really, really nice guy. It was his first time to Atlanta in 2013. He's really stoked to come back in 2015. He was even tweeting about us. I think he's in Puerto Rico right now at another show. But he was nice enough to tweet about MomoCon and talk about what's going on here.
Yeah, and he even did a live call-in for people that were in the Toonami panel. You got to see him. Yeah. So we're really excited to have him back. He's been a great guest and a great partner, and we're looking forward to having him back. We also have one other returning guest. LittleKuriboh is coming back. Our dates next year are May 28th through 31st, which don't align with another event he's traditionally at, so he's more than happy to come back. He's been, I guess, really excited about MomoCon, and we're really glad to have him come back again. He's been really great.
Yep. And we have some new guests, too,
yep.
Because we can't leave you hanging.
Yep. And the first new guest would be Crispin Freeman.
Crispin Freeman's worked in voice acting for anime for over 20 years. He's Alucard in Hellsing. He's Zelgadis in Slayers. He's Toga from Utna. He's a really, really prolific voice actor. He hasn't been to the Southeast very many times at all, so we're really happy to have him.
And for those who like video games, he's done a lot of different roles in video games as well. Now, one of the other things that we're really excited about is,
wait. Let me do this one. I got to do this one. So, who here enjoyed like nostalgia stuff like the Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain? So we really like that kind of stuff too. We like to have people that are like in currently airing shows whenever possible, and like Steve Blum is in a bunch of video games and a bunch of new shows that are coming out, and that's great. But we also like to have people that are like our childhood, and we're really happy about it. So our next announcement is Greg Weisman. He's the creator of Gargoyles.
So
he also worked. He's the showrunner for Young Justice, the TV show, and the Ultimate Spider-Man show.
And he's also been announced as the executive producer for the new Star Wars Rebels show,
which Steve Blum's also in.
Yeah. So we'll see how that show is. But we do have one other announcement because it's sort of related to Greg Weisman, which is Keith David. So.
Keith David's a very decorated actor and voice actor. He's so cool. He's in so much stuff. He's Goliath in Gargoyles. That's why we're having him out with Greg. And he's Dr. Facilier in The Princess and the Frog. He's been in a bunch of TV shows you've probably seen. More recently, he was in The Cape. Didn't go very well. It didn't last beyond a season, but
Yeah, and he's done a lot of voice acting roles. Generally, anytime they need a guy to sound really authoritative, they bring him in. So he's like General Anderson in Mass Effect as well.
Yep.
So he's done a lot of different roles again. So you would recognize his voice if you guys don't know who he is out there, I'm sure.
We'll have some more guests, a lot more guests in the coming months as they confirm. It's going to be really exciting.
Yep. We do plan to. We had over 40 guests this year, and we plan to have even more guests next year. So we're continuing to grow out the size of our event, which actually leads into the announcement that we have, I guess the kind of final announcement that we have, that we're actually going to be expanding topics. Now, we're not doing...
Wait. Okay.
Okay, but
okay.
we're...
We didn't rehearse this much, if you can't tell.
We're not trying to be too far spread about, out of the realm of animation and gaming, but we felt there was one area that we just kind of left off. We see a lot of fans of this out there, and we just wanted to cover that. And we're not going to really expand into anything else beyond this, but we're
really happy with... We have a great base in American animation. We have a lot of fans of anime that come out, and we have tons of people who are really into video games and into tabletop games, and physical arts as well. And this will be the last thing that we're adding to MomoCon for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, which would be the topic of comics. Yeah. So
we're working on some comic creator guests right now that we can't confirm. Several big names, some that you'll recognize, some that tie in with other pieces of our event that will pair really well. We're going to have a comic artist alley with local creators, independent comic artists, as well as some big names from the big three: Marvel, DC, and Dark Horse. Inkers, artists, people who are involved in the comic space, and we're really excited about it.
Yeah, we have a lot of talent local here to Atlanta that we'll be certainly tapping, as well as those that we'll be bringing in from outside the rest of the country.
Yep, we'll be partnering at least a little bit with the state of Georgia to help focus on some of that Georgia talent. We already welcome out a lot of Georgia companies. Floyd County, that makes Archer on FX, they joined us this year. They're great partners with us. High-res studios that make Smite, and we want to have a more focus. The state of Georgia is going to help us focus on those companies as well.
So for those that don't already know, MomoCon, it means peach in Japanese. Peach.
Well, Momo means
peach in Japanese.
We're very tied into Atlanta. The city of Atlanta helped us. If you saw the billboards in downtown, or not billboards, the signs in downtown. The little Fluttershy with Spike, they're really cute. The city of Atlanta actually helped us do that and put those up all throughout downtown, and we'll have them going forward for every year. Yeah,
so we're really fortunate to have the city willing to work with us, and we're continuing to grow, and it's a large part of the reason that we're in the Georgia World Congress Center for the future. They see the opportunity of the event continuing to grow, and I hope you guys out there also see that, because we're very excited about the future, and I hope you guys are as well.
It's going to be really fun. I can't wait.
But, so we talked about next year, and registration for next year is actually available now, if anybody is interested in pre-registering. While we are going to be a 4-day event next year, we are charging right now a $40 membership fee for all 4 days of the event, which is about $10 a day. So it should be, I think, hopefully fairly reasonable for most of you guys out there, and you can go online right now to pre-register.
Yep. It'll be available. Our new site will be out shortly, in a few days probably, and it'll feature some of our pictures from last year and some of our new features coming up for 2015.
We're hoping to get some more pictures up more quickly than in previous years. We've worked with our photography team to get editing done more in advance, so expect a lot of pictures from events earlier. Posted on our
if you got your photo taken at the backdrop, it will be online very soon. We're working to expedite that process, so you're not waiting so long.
Yeah, we're really excited because this year we had a lot of different we had a lot more people out. We don't know exact numbers, but we do expect that our numbers were over 14,000 people based off of some of the reg counting we've done so far. So it's a nice growth.
And I lost my train of thought entirely. Ignore me.
Sure.
Hooray! Thanks.
Hooray. Well, it's been a
lot
long
of confidence
weekend,
there in the front row.
To be fair, a very long weekend. But
if you had a great time, if you had an issue with something, if you had a comment, if you met somebody that you thought was awesome and you want to see back, if you have guest suggestions, if you have content suggestions, if you have panel suggestions, if you want to see any of your favorite things at the show, we are always available.
Yep.
We want to hear from you 24/7. Now, we may not respond to you 24/7 because at 4 a.m. we'll be asleep. But we want to hear from you. We grow through feedback. We want to know. We want to make it better for you. We want to make it better every single year.
A little behind-the-scenes curtain here. So Jess and I, we're the convention chairs, but we also actually do directly manage the social media. So a lot of times when you'll see an answer on social media, it'll be one of us answering that question.
It's true.
So
we like to hear from you.
We like to hear, and we like to take your feedback directly. So when you give feedback on social media, it goes directly to us.
There's no middleman. We care about what you think, and we want to make it better for you. We want to get everything bigger, better, more awesome. We want to have more of the stuff you want to see. We want to have more of the stuff that sometimes we get guests and they just explode in popularity and we didn't know. And the only way we're going to know is if you tell us. And we want to help you have the best experience possible.
We will have a survey available online for feedback of both the negative and positive kind. It'll be available on our website shortly, and we'll also be sending an email out about it as well. And we definitely want all of you, if you can, please fill it out so we know what we're doing wrong, what we're doing right, and we can make sure that 2015 is an even better event than this one was.
Absolutely. Just a little announcement. We took one of our partners, we had a donation box out, Operation Peace. We raised some money for Operation Peace. It's a charity.
Local charity here. In previous years, we've worked more directly with them, but this year we just wanted to raise some money for them. Operation Peace is basically for children of the area on the Boulevard stretch, which is a relatively impoverished area here. And the idea is to give them opportunities for, outside of school, after school classes and things like that, as well as things to get them excited. So things like MomoCon, we've given a lot of passes to them in the past because it shows kids that there's a lot of opportunities out there for anybody to be doing a lot of really fun careers.
Indeed. They can come out and meet game companies and they can meet voice actors and they can have a really good time that they would have otherwise not been able to. Yeah. And we're really happy to be a partner with them. We also took some items that were signed and will be auctioned in a variety of means to go to various charities. Yep. Operation Peace will be one of our charities, I know. We'll be donating at least one piece, a custom-made Blue Spirit mask from Avatar that was signed by Dante Bosco and Sifu Kisu and Sifu Manuel. It'll be going up on Desert Bus for Hope, which is a video game auction where they play a horrible, horrible version, Penn and Teller. You're driving a bus through a desert for 12 hours or something. But they raised money for charity. And we donated a Normandy model last year that was signed by the Mass Effect cast. It raised $5,000 for them, that single item. So we're hoping to bring in a lot more money for the charity this year. Yeah,
we have pretty much everything that we got signed from MomoCon is going to go on charity. We're just deciding which ones will go for Desert Bus and which ones will do through another local charity. So we want to make sure Desert Bus is a really great charity, and I encourage everyone to support it. But we wanted to make sure we can also give back locally.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, again, I just want to reinforce that we're really, really glad that you all came out. We've had such a great year this year. We've, again, over 14,000 people. It ran relatively smoothly. I want to give a thank you to all of our directors. I mean, you have to understand how much time these people put into this job. There's a lot of people doing a lot of hard work, and I know you saw all those people in the 10th anniversary or the 10th anniversary video at the very start, but that wasn't everybody. And
it's nowhere near everybody. There's a lot of people who give their hard work, sweat, and tears to this organization, and they want to make it great for you.
And if it's not too much, can we just give all of the volunteer staff a big round of applause? Well, we want to thank you all for coming out, and we look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.